Hello my dear YouTuber friends, and I do hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video. If you've not heard, we're getting a new Microsoft Flight Simulator. As unbelievable as that sounds, it's coming out, it's due to come out in 2024. So Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 edition to be exact. Asobo dropped an absolute surprise on us recently with the Xbox Showcase. I'm showing you a bit of the trailer for that on screen. 2024 edition Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's got a couple of new interesting aspects on it. Looks like it's had a whole new paint job as well. In this video, I'm going to re-watch that trailer with you. If you haven't seen it, I've linked it down in the description. We watch it together to show some of those interesting new additions coming with the sim. In the second part of this video, we're going to go to the concerns and questions that many of us have with this unbelievable new surprise. Both good and bad. Well, listen, let's not dilly-dally. Let's get on with this video. Okay, so let's watch the new trailer for Flight Sim 2024 together. There's definitely some interesting aspects to this trailer. That's got me hyped for sure. So go on. It's linked down in this right there. You can see smoke coming out from a distance there. That's interesting. But look at this. You've got sort of flames. Look how the flames move and dance, and then you can go and sort of firefight the flames. That's a massively interesting aspect. Let's just watch that part again. A bit further. There we go. Smoke from a distance. And these flames sort of brings the whole world to life. Quite excited about that part. And you got this sort of aerial rescue, search and rescue part. The models of the figures look updated. Let's hope they stick to that. And for those interested in choppers, helicopters, this is going to be mightily interesting for you. Helicopter cargo transport could be interesting. There we go. There's another part coming up that's mightily interesting. This part. So air ambulance. So look at the updated modelling of the figures there. It really looks great. It's rushing through these parts now. Agricultural, so crop dusting, mountain rescue, skydiving and aviation. Yeah, interesting. Look at that aerial construction. A lot of interesting updates. Yeah, quite exciting. Obviously, airliners now. Industrial cargo transports. Very interesting. Remote cargo ops. And we're coming to the part that I'm most hyped about after this part. This is sort of air racing. Yeah, we've had that before. Watch this. Not this part, no. The next. This! Blooming tornadoes! Whirlwinds! Now, I'm just going to pause it there. If they do this properly and you've got the vortexes, the wind vortexes around, you've got the tornado moving around on the ground, kicking up dust. Doesn't look like it's doing it there, but this could be. This is what a lot of us wanted in the sim. From source, I've got Rex Weatherforce hoping it would introduce that. It doesn't. It does do thunderstorms quite well, but that part for me, that specific part, is massively interesting. Very high for that. And you got the experimental flight. Looks like A-10 tank killers there. And airship hot balloon trips. You can kind of do that in the sim already. And this sort of agriculture looks good around it too. This part's got me hyped. The firefighting. The aerial firefighting. That could be, just brings the world alive. The air ambulance part. I don't know why, but this really appeals to me too. And then the last part. Oops, just before that, isn't it? After the glider pilot, this. To have tornadoes. Yeah, looks like some great new additions. Why this couldn't be added to the current sim? Well, we'll get to that now. Let's now go to the questions and concerns a lot of us will have for this new sim. So the first question I have, and many of you probably have as well, after spending quite a bit of money on add-on aircraft and scenery and other bits and bobs for the sim, are these going to be compatible with the new Simulator 2024 edition? Now I'm going to link an FAQ, a fact down below from you, from Asobo themselves, stating that many of these, your current aircraft and add-on scenery files and goodness knows what, will be compatible with the sim. I'm hoping from day one. We still don't have an answer for that. And for Xbox and PC, I mean, listen, I just bought the 146 Professional from Just Flight for the Xbox recently. It cost me a pretty penny. I'll be pretty upset if that's not going to be working with the new sim. And if a lot of our add-ons are not working, you're probably going to find a lot of people just not bothering. I'm sure Asobo are aware of that. Their target audience are the current simmers, and there's millions of us spread across PC and Xbox. So to have those programs and add-ons to be compatible from day one is an absolute must. And like I said, with the FAQ, it looks like the majority of them, they're saying apart from one or two, will be compatible. So your PMDGs, your Just Flight aircraft are likely to be compatible, and your Orbix stuff as well. Fingers crossed with that one. Another question and concern I have, and many of you may have as well, how well is this new sim gonna run, say, on the Series S? I own a Series S. Are there going to be some emissions from this new sim? From the trailer that we saw, keep in mind they always use the very best hardware and very best screenshots and positions for their trailers. The sim never looks quite as good as the trailers. We all know that, but it can get near to that. Will there be some emissions for the Series S? On the PC side, thankfully now I own a gaming laptop, but it's not nowhere near as powerful as a desktop PC. It's a 3060 series laptop, and it runs games okay, not the recent PC games. As this is going to be a new sim, are the PC requirements going to shoot up? I mean, I'm expecting now minimums will be 20 series GPUs. And that's going to rule a lot of PC simmers, current PC simmers out. On my desktop PC, I'm using that currently at the moment, in fact, to record. Desktop PC, it's only a 1060. That was the recommended specs for Flight Sim 2020. That's likely to change now. So we're going to have to wait and see. Are the new 30 series or the recent past generation 30 series GPUs now going to be the minimum spec? You know what, I wouldn't be surprised, or recommended spec. So we need a lot of those questions and concerns answered. Another slight area for concern is the actual hardware peripherals that we have. Now PC I wouldn't worry about too much. I mean, from day one I was using my Logitech Flight Yacht system. I'll link the video I did because it's quite a popular video. Right when Flight Simulator first released, a lot of Flight Sim peripherals simply worked. Some had a couple of problems, but they were ironed out. On the Xbox side though, will our Velocity 1 Flight, our flight stick, if you have the Honeycomb XPC like I do as well, are they all going to work flawlessly? Honeycomb is still yet to release their rudder pedal, their Charlie pedals. Are peripherals and rudder pedals like that going to work flawlessly from day one on Xbox? That's a concern, and that's something we need answering as well. I guess the last concern, I'll get straight into this. Why is it going to be a standalone sim? It's not unusual with Microsoft Flight Sim. Back in 1995, Flight Sim 95 release. In 1998, we had Flight Simulator 98. And then 2000 and 2004 and Flight Simulator X. It's not unusual for Microsoft to release updated versions of their sim. It just feels a little bit too early. Isn't that lovely in the background? Look at my 1060 graphics card PC running this sim. My fear is this is going to be a thing of the past now with the new PC. It's not likely to run the new sim. It's not likely to run the new sim as well. But why? Why do we have another simulator right now when Flight Simulator was just Flight Simulator 2020 was just fulfilling its promises? It was just getting to the point where everybody thought this is what we were promised in the first place. It just feels a little bit too early. Our current owner's going to have to pay full price for this new sim. Will there be a discount? There's no doubt Asobo are going to answer these questions over the coming month. It would just be nice to have some of that knowledge and some of those questions and concerns answered. Their forums are getting battered, and rightly so at the moment, with questions and concerns. Listen, chaps, leave your own questions and concerns down below. Do be polite with each other and do be polite with your questions. We have quite a friendly channel and quite a friendly Discord. That's linked down below as well in the description. Do be polite with your questions and concerns. I know a lot of you are frustrated, but do leave your questions and concerns down below in the comments. I'll be interested to read them, and I'm sure a lot of people will be interested to read them as well. Overall, let me know your thoughts in the video. I'm sure you will down in the comments. Give it a like. If you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. And I'll see you soon.